Hey everyone, welcome back to the Max and Mia podcast. I'm Max.
And I'm Mia. We're so excited to have you here with us today.
How's it going, Mia? How's your day treating you?
Honestly, it's been nonstop. I had to run so many errands today. Grocery shopping, picking up packages. I barely had time for lunch.
Or same here. It's been one of those crazy busy days where you just feel like you're constantly rushing from one thing to the next.
Totally. And honestly, that's just real life, right? Which actually ties perfectly into today's episode.
Exactly. Today we're diving into 100 of the most common everyday English phrases. These are the real, natural expressions that people actually use, not just textbook stuff.
Right. Sometimes you can study grammar for years, but if you don't know these everyday phrases, conversations can still feel super awkward.
Yeah, because native speakers use a lot of shortcuts, slang, and expressions that don't always make sense literally.
So if you want to sound more fluent, more natural, or even just understand movies, songs, and casual conversations better, this episode is for you.
Plus, learning these phrases makes speaking way faster and more fun.
All right, let's jump right in.
All right, first up, gotta go.
Gotta go is a quick and casual way to say, I have to leave, or I need to go right now.
Exactly. Instead of saying the full, I have got to go, people just mash it together. Gotta go. Super fast, super common.
And you'll hear it everywhere. In movies, on the street, even in text messages.
Yeah, it's super useful when you're in a rush and don't have time for long goodbyes.
Here's a simple example. Oh no, my bus is here. Gotta go. Talk to you later.
Or like, imagine you're hanging out with friends and suddenly you remember you left the oven on at home. You'd be like, oops, gotta go.
Right? Or even when you're just tired of a conversation, but, politely.
So remember, gotta go is fast, casual, and supernatural. It's a must-know phrase.
All right, that's one down, 99 to go. Let's keep moving. All right, next up, I'm good, thanks.
This one's super easy. It's just a polite way to say no, thank you, or I'm fine.
Yeah, like when someone offers you something, food, help, whatever, and you don't need it.
Exactly. For example, if someone says, do you want some coffee? You can just say, I'm good, thanks.
Simple, polite, and very common in everyday conversations.
You're right. Let's go with the next one.
Next phrase, no worries.
This basically means it's okay, or don't worry about it. It's super casual.
Yeah, like if someone apologizes for being late, you can just say, no worries.
Exactly. It's a friendly way to let someone know everything's fine.
Quick, easy, and very natural.
That's right.
All right, moving on to our next phrase. What's going on?
This is a super common way to ask someone what's happening. Like, what's the situation, or how things are going.
Yeah, it's similar to asking, what's happening? Or even just, how are you? But it sounds a bit more casual and a little more curious.
And you can use it in so many situations. Like, if you walk into a room and people are laughing or acting weird, you can just say, what's going on?
Exactly. Or even if you get a strange text from a friend, you might call them and say, hey, what's going on? Are you okay?
It can be serious or casual, depending on how you say it.
Right. Tone is super important. If you say it with a big smile, it's friendly. Hey, what's going on? But if you say it with a serious face, it can mean, is there a problem?
So just remember, it's flexible. Use it with friends, family, or even in a more serious moment.
Yeah, super handy. I think I say, what's going on? Like 10 times a day.
Same, it's just one of those phrases that fits everywhere.
Next up, I'm just messing with you.
This one's super fun. It basically means I'm joking, or I'm not being serious.
Yeah, if you tease someone or make a fake serious comment, and then you want to let them know it's not real, you just say, I'm just messing with you.
For example, if I said, hey Mia, they canceled the weekend, and you freak out, I'd be like, relax, I'm just messing with you.
It's a friendly way to joke around, but it's important to say it, so people know you're not being mean.
Definitely. Always good to make it clear you're just playing.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm beat.
This is a super common way to say, I'm really tired.
Yeah, like when you've had a long day at work, or you just finished a workout. You can just say, man, I'm beat.
It's way shorter and sounds way more natural than saying, I'm very tired.
For example, after running errands all day like we both did today, I'm beat.
Exactly. It's casual, it's quick, and it sounds just like a native speaker.
All right, deep breath, but no naps yet. We've still got more phrases coming up.
Let's keep it moving.
Next up, hang on a sec.
This one's super casual, and it means wait a moment or give me a second.
Yeah, if you need a quick moment to grab something or figure something out, you'd say, hang on a sec.
Exactly. Like if you're on the phone and someone asks you a question, you might say, hang on a sec, let me check.
It's a nice, quick way to ask for a little bit of time without sounding too formal.
And it's definitely something you'll hear in casual conversations. Super useful.
All right, we're almost halfway through, but let's keep it going.
All right, next phrase. Sounds good.
This one's super easy. It just means, that's a good idea, or I agree.
Yeah, like if someone suggests going to grab dinner, you could say, sounds good. Basically agreeing to it.
Exactly. It's casual and quick. You'll hear it all the time when people are making plans.
For example, how about we meet at 6 p.m.? Sounds good.
Simple. And no one ever says no to that one.
Next up, I'm out of here.
This one's for when you're leaving, but in a casual, sometimes funny way.
Yeah, it means I'm leaving now or I'm heading out.
Exactly. If you're at the end of the day and you're ready to go home, you can say, I'm out of here.
It's like saying goodbye, but with a bit more attitude, like I'm done, I'm out.
So, it's definitely something you say with energy when you're ready to leave.
Like, work's over, I'm out of here. Just like that.
All right, let's move on.
All right, let's keep going. Next phrase, long time no see.
This one's used when you haven't seen someone in a while, and it's super friendly.
Exactly. If you run into a friend after months, you might say, hey, long time no see. It's a way to acknowledge that it's been a while.
Yeah, it's like saying, it's been a long time since we last saw each other, but in a more casual, fun way.
Perfect for reunions, or even seeing someone you haven't talked to in ages.
Next up, what's the plan?
Simple, but super useful. It means, what are we doing? Or, what's the plan for today?
Yeah, like when you're with friends and you're trying to figure out what to do next. What's the plan for tonight?
It's also great for when you're making plans and want to know what comes next.
Exactly. Always a good one to ask when you're ready to get started with something.
Okay, moving on to, let's catch up soon.
This one's a nice, friendly way to say, we should talk again soon. It's a great phrase when you want to stay in touch with someone.
Yeah, like after a good conversation with a friend, you can say, let's catch up soon.
It's a way to show that you want to stay connected and continue the friendship.
And you can also use it in professional settings. Like after a meeting or a work event, say, let's catch up soon.
Next one. No big deal.
This is super chill. It means it's not a problem or it's not a big issue.
Yeah, like if someone apologizes for being late and you're not bothered, you'd say, no big deal.
Exactly. It's a way to make things seem less important or less stressful.
Perfect for letting people know they don't need to worry.
Next one. It's up to you.
This one means it's your choice or you decide.
Yeah, like if someone asks you where you want to eat and you're not sure, you can just say, it's up to you.
Exactly. It shows that you're leaving the decision to the other person.
It's super helpful when you don't have a preference, but want to give someone the freedom to choose.
All right, next one. Give me a sec. You know, this is something we say a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's super casual. It means something like, give me a second or hold on for a moment. You can use it when you need just a quick break or to finish something up before continuing a conversation.
Exactly. So imagine you're on the phone with someone and you need to grab something quickly. You'd say, give me a sec, instead of saying, give me a second, I'll be right back. It's a way to keep things simple and fast.
Right. And it's really useful because it's not too formal. It's perfect when you're talking to friends or in casual situations, like when you're busy doing something but don't want to seem like you're ignoring the other person.
Totally. And you can also use it when you're in a hurry, like if you're talking to someone and you need to quickly step away, but you don't want to make a big deal out of it.
Exactly. It's just a fast and easy way to tell someone, I need a moment, but I'm still here. Just hold on. It's perfect for keeping the flow of a conversation going without any awkward pauses.
Yep, and it's also good when you're multitasking. Like if you're working on something and someone asks you to do something else, you can just say, "Give me a sec," and they'll know you're handling both things.
Exactly. It's such a handy little phrase. Short, sweet, and to the point. You can't go wrong with "give me a sec."
All right, let's talk about the next phrase, "I'm in." Max, what does this one mean?
"I'm in" is super simple, but it's really useful. It basically means you're agreeing to something, like saying, "I'm on board," or "I want to join." It's perfect when you're excited to be part of something.
Exactly. Like, if a friend asks you to hang out or join an activity and you're all for it, you just say, "I'm in." It's a quick way to show that you're on board with the plan.
And it works for pretty much anything, whether it's a weekend trip, a party, or even a project at work. If you're ready to be part of it, just say, "I'm in."
Yeah, it's one of those phrases that's short and sweet but full of energy. You don't need to overthink it, just "I'm in" and you're good to go.
Okay, next phrase. "It slipped my mind." Mia, you've probably used this one a lot.
Definitely. This is perfect for when you forget something, but you don't want to sound too careless about it. It's like saying, "I forgot," but in a softer, more polite way.
Right. So, if you missed a meeting or didn't reply to a message, instead of just saying, "I forgot," you can say, "It slipped my mind." It sounds less harsh and more like, "It wasn't intentional."
Exactly. And it works in both casual and formal situations. You could say it to a friend if you forget to call them back, or even in a professional setting if you miss an appointment.
It's a great way to explain that you didn't mean to forget, and it just happens sometimes. It's also a nice way to smooth things over when you're apologizing for the mistake.
Next phrase, "I'm on it." This one's super useful when you're taking care of something, right?
Yeah, "I'm on it" means you're handling something or working on it. If someone asks you to do something and you're already doing it, you just say, "I'm on it." It shows you've got it covered.
Exactly. It's like saying, "I'm taking care of it," or "I've got it under control." You use it when you want to show that you're actively working on something and you're not just putting it off.
It's also super helpful when you're working in a team. If someone needs something done, you can say, "I'm on it," and they'll know you're already dealing with it.
Yeah, it gives the impression that you're focused and ready to get things done. It's a good phrase for any situation where you're being responsible and showing you're on top of things. All right, next phrase, "Let's get it done." Max, you've probably said this a million times.
Haha, yeah, this one's a classic. It's a motivational phrase. You say it when you want to encourage someone or even yourself to finish a task or complete something.
Exactly. It's like saying, "Let's do this," or "Let's finish this." It works well when you've been putting something off and finally want to take action.
Right. So if you're working on a project and you're almost done, but you need a little push to finish it, you say, "Let's get it done." It's a way to get everyone focused and ready to wrap it up.
It's a phrase full of energy. It helps when you need to get the team, or even yourself, motivated to push through the last part of something.
And you can use it in so many situations, whether you're at work, with friends, or just trying to finish up your daily tasks. It gives a sense of urgency and makes the task feel more achievable. Okay, next one. That's nuts. Mia, I know you love using this one.
Yes. When something is crazy, unbelievable, or just really out there, you can say, "That's nuts." It's like saying, "That's insane," or "That's crazy," but in a more casual way.
Exactly. It's perfect for when you hear something wild or unexpected. Like if someone tells you a shocking story or shares something unbelievable, you just go, "That's nuts."
Yeah, it's a way to show surprise or disbelief. You're not saying it's bad or good, just that it's something that makes you go, "Wow."
Totally. And it's super flexible. You can use it for anything from a crazy event to something that's just mind-blowing.
Next up, chill out. Max, you've probably used this with me a lot.
Yeah, I have. Chill out is something you say when someone is getting too worked up or if they're stressing over nothing. It means relax or calm down.
Exactly. If your friend is freaking out over something small, you can say, "Chill out," to remind them that it's not a big deal.
And it's not just for when people are stressed out. You can use it when someone is being a little too dramatic about a situation, like if they're overreacting, you can tell them to chill out.
Yep, it's a great way to tell someone to relax without being too harsh. It's casual, but it gets the point across.
Exactly. It's one of those phrases that just helps diffuse tension and remind people to stay calm. Next one, you nailed it. Mia, you say this to me all the time.
I do. You nailed it is a way to tell someone that they did something perfectly or really well. It's like saying, great job, or you did it right.
Exactly. So if someone gives a great presentation or solves a tough problem, you can say, you nailed it, to show them they did an awesome job.
It's a way to praise someone's effort. It's not just about getting the job done, it's about doing it excellently. You want to let the person know they really succeeded.
And it's not just for big things. You can use it for smaller tasks too, like when your friend picks the perfect outfit or nails a tricky recipe.
Exactly. It's a great way to boost someone's confidence and show appreciation for their work. Next phrase, I can't make it. This one's useful when you're unable to attend something, right?
Yep, exactly. If someone invites you to an event or you're expected to be somewhere and you can't go, you can say, I can't make it. It's a polite way to explain that you won't be able to attend.
Right. And it's not just about events. If you're invited to a meeting, a dinner, or anything where you're expected to show up, you can just say, I can't make it. It's a quick and easy way to decline.
And it's really common in both casual and formal situations. So if you can't go to your friend's party or miss a work deadline, I can't make it is the phrase to use.
It's polite and simple. No need to explain too much. Just let them know you can't be there.
All right, next one. Hit me up. Mia, you use this a lot when you want someone to contact you.
Yep, it's perfect when you want someone to reach out to you. Hit me up just means contact me or get in touch with me. It's casual and easy to use with friends or even work colleagues.
Right. If you're telling a friend to call you, text you, or even message you on social media, you can say, hit me up to make it sound more laid back.
It's one of those phrases that makes communication feel informal and fun. Like, hey, hit me up when you're free, or hit me up if you need help.
And it's great for staying in touch. You're not demanding someone contact you, just casually saying, let me know when you want to talk.
Okay, next phrase. I'm broke. Max, I know you've used this one more than once.
Ha ha ha, yeah. I'm broke is something you say when you don't have any money or you're in a financial pinch. It's a casual way of saying, I don't have enough money right now.
Exactly. It doesn't necessarily mean you're totally out of cash, but you're definitely low on funds. It's perfect when you want to let someone know you can't afford something.
Right. So if your friends are going out for a fancy dinner and you're not able to join because you don't have the money, you can say, I'm broke, and they'll understand.
And it's not just for serious situations. If you're just temporarily short on money, this phrase works too. It's an easy way to explain why you might not be able to spend on something.
Yeah, and it's pretty relatable. Everyone has those times when they're a bit tight on cash, and I'm broke sums it up perfectly. Next up, it's not my thing. Mia, I know you've used this when you're not into something.
Exactly. When something isn't really your style or you're not interested in it, you can say, it's not my thing. It's a casual way to say you're not a fan of something.
So if someone invites you to a movie that you don't like, instead of making excuses, you just say, it's not my thing. And that's enough.
Right. It's not rude at all, just a way to politely decline or express that you don't enjoy something. It could be anything, music, food, a hobby.
And you can also use it for things you haven't tried. Like, I've never been into hiking, it's just not my thing. It's a simple way of explaining your preferences.
It's a great phrase for personalizing your likes and dislikes without being too negative or dismissive. Next one. For real? Max, this one is used a lot, right?
Haha, yeah, for real is an expression of disbelief or surprise. It's like saying, are you serious? Or, no way.
Exactly. It's used when you hear something that's hard to believe or sounds unbelievable. Like if someone tells you a crazy story, you can respond with, for real? To show that you're surprised.
It's a great way to react when you're genuinely shocked by what someone says. For example, if someone tells you they just won the lottery, you'd be like, for real?
And it's also great in more casual conversations. If your friend says, I just met my favorite celebrity, you can totally reply with, for real? To show your amazement.
Yeah, it's one of those phrases that can be used to express anything from mild surprise to complete shock. All right, next phrase, you're killing it. Mia, you've said this to me a few times.
Absolutely. You're killing it is a way to praise someone for doing something really well. It's like saying, you're doing amazing or you're crushing it.
Exactly. If a friend is doing an incredible job, whether it's at work or a personal project, you can say, you're killing it, to show them you're impressed.
It's a great phrase to motivate people too. If you see someone excelling or giving their best, telling them, you're killing it, gives them confidence to keep going.
Totally. It's also a phrase that works in both casual and professional situations. If someone delivers a great presentation, you could totally say, you're killing it.
And it's just full of energy. It's like saying, you're on fire, or you're absolutely nailing it. Okay, next one. No way. Max, this one is another classic.
Yeah, no way is used when you're in disbelief or when something is so surprising that you can't believe it. It's like saying, really? Or are you serious?
Exactly. If someone tells you a wild story or something totally unexpected, no way is the perfect reaction to show you're shocked or amazed.
It's one of those phrases that just works for almost any situation where you're surprised. If your friend tells you something outrageous, you can't help but say, no way.
And it's really versatile. You can use it for good or bad news. Like, if someone says they won a prize, you'd say, no way, but if they tell you something crazy or unfortunate, it still works.
Yep, it's a great phrase for expressing disbelief. It's casual, quick, and really helps you show your reaction. All right, let's dive into That's Lit. Mia, you've definitely used this one before.
Yep. That's lit is used when something is amazing, exciting, or really impressive. It's like saying that's awesome or that's fire.
Exactly. If you're at a party and the vibe is great, you can turn to your friend and say, that's lit, to show how much you're enjoying it.
It's a super fun phrase to use when you're really hyped about something. Like, if you see an amazing concert or event, you can say, that's lit, to show just how awesome it is.
And you can also use it for things that are cool, like a new movie, a fun experience, or even a cool new outfit someone is wearing. It's just a way to show that something is really impressive.
Yep, it's a phrase that's energetic and full of excitement, and it's great for expressing enthusiasm. Next up, I'm starving. Max, you say this all the time when you are hungry.
Yeah. I'm starving is an exaggerated way to say you're really hungry. It's like saying I'm super hungry, but with a bit more drama.
Exactly. You don't have to be literally starving, but when you feel like you haven't eaten in forever and you're super ready for food, that's when you drop, I'm starving.
And it's one of those phrases that you use when you want to emphasize just how hungry you are. Like, if it's been hours since you ate, you might say it to get a reaction from someone.
Yeah, you're not just saying, I'm hungry. You're telling the world that you need food. Like, right now. It's perfect for when you're really craving something.
It's a fun way to express that hunger and make it sound a bit dramatic, even though we all know it's not actually that serious. All right, next one. What a bummer. Mia, I know you've used this phrase when things don't go as planned.
Definitely. What a bummer is something you say when something disappointing happens. It's like saying, that's unfortunate, or that's a shame.
Exactly. Like if you find out a concert you wanted to attend got canceled, you'd say, what a bummer. It's a way of expressing disappointment or regret.
It's a great phrase for when things don't turn out the way you expected. If your plans fall through or something goes wrong, what a bummer really captures that feeling of disappointment.
And it's casual, so it works well with friends or in informal situations. You wouldn't want to say it in a really serious or formal conversation, but it's perfect for everyday situations.
Yep, it's that perfect little phrase to express that, ugh, that sucks, feeling without sounding too negative. Next phrase, I'm feeling under the weather. This is one people use when they're not feeling well, right?
Yep, exactly. I'm feeling under the weather is a way of saying that you're not feeling 100%. It's a polite or softer way to say you're sick or unwell.
Right. You might say this if you have a cold or just aren't feeling your best, but you don't want to go into all the details of being sick. It's a more gentle way to explain it.
So, if you wake up with a sore throat or a headache and you're not feeling like your usual self, you'd say, I'm feeling under the weather, instead of saying something too specific about your symptoms.
And it works really well in both casual and semi-formal conversations. If you need to excuse yourself from work or school because you're not feeling great, you can say this.
Exactly. It's a great way to communicate that you're a bit off without diving into the details of your illness. Okay, next one. Cut it out. This is a fun one.
Yeah, cut it out is what you say when you want someone to stop doing something, especially if they're being annoying or playful in a way that's getting out of hand.
Exactly. Like if someone's making fun of you or doing something a little too much, you can say, cut it out, to tell them to stop.
It's a bit of a playful command, but it can also be serious if the situation calls for it. It's a way to set boundaries or let someone know they're pushing it.
And it works really well in informal conversations, especially with friends. If someone is teasing you too much or doing something you don't like, cut it out is a quick and effective way to stop it.
Exactly. It's another way to express that you're not okay with something, but in a less formal and more casual way. All right, next phrase. It's not worth it. Max, I know you've used this one when something seems like a bad deal.
Yep. It's not worth it is used when you think something isn't valuable enough to justify the effort, cost, or time involved.
Exactly. So, if you're thinking about buying something expensive that you don't really need, you might say, it's not worth it. It's a way of saying the benefit doesn't outweigh the cost.
Yeah, like if someone invites you to a long trip, but you're not sure if it's worth all the hassle, you could say, it's not worth it. It's a way of weighing the pros and cons.
And it doesn't just apply to money. It could be your time, energy, or emotions. For example, if someone's asking for help in a situation that you think is pointless, you might use this phrase.
Exactly. It's a quick way to express that something just doesn't justify the effort or investment you'd have to put in. Next up, I'm all ears. Mia, you've definitely said this when you're ready to listen.
Yeah. I'm all ears means that you're fully paying attention and ready to listen to what someone has to say.
Exactly. If a friend wants to tell you a story or share something important, you can say, I'm all ears, to let them know that you're giving them your full attention.
It's a really friendly and enthusiastic way to show interest. Like, I'm all ears means you're not distracted, you're genuinely interested in hearing what they have to say.
And you can say this when you're excited to hear someone's news or when someone starts telling you something you've been waiting to hear.
Right. It's an expression that shows you're ready to listen, and it adds a positive, eager tone to the conversation. Next phrase, it's a piece of cake. Max, you've used this one when something's easy, haven't you?
Yep. It's a piece of cake is used to describe something that's super easy to do, something that requires very little effort.
Exactly. Like, if a task is simple or straightforward, you can say, it's a piece of cake to show that it's no big deal.
So, if someone's asking you how hard a certain exam was and it was really easy for you, you'd say, it was a piece of cake.
And it's often used to encourage someone. Like, if a friend is nervous about something, you can say, don't worry, it's a piece of cake, to help them feel more confident.
Yep, it's a great phrase to reassure someone or describe something as simple, so they don't stress too much. Next one, hang in there. Mia, I know you've used this when someone's going through a tough time.
Yeah, exactly. Hang in there is a phrase you use to encourage someone to stay strong and keep going, even when things are tough.
Right. It's like saying, don't give up or keep pushing forward. It's a phrase of support for someone who might be struggling or feeling overwhelmed.
Exactly. You might say it to a friend who's dealing with stress or difficult situations, just to give them a little encouragement.
And it's often used when the end result is close, but the person just has to push through a little longer. Like, hang in there. You're almost done.
Yes. It's a way to show empathy and remind someone that they're strong enough to get through the situation. All right, next one. I'm freaking out. Max, you've definitely said this a few times.
Yes. I'm freaking out is used when you're really stressed, anxious, or excited. Basically, when you feel overwhelmed by something happening.
Exactly. So, if something unexpected happens and you're not sure how to handle it, you might say, I'm freaking out, to show that you're really feeling the pressure or emotions.
It could be anything. Like when you're nervous about a big exam or worried about a job interview, saying, I'm freaking out, shows that you're feeling the heat.
And it's not just for stress. If you're super excited about something, you might also say, I'm freaking out, to show that you're overwhelmed with excitement.
Right. It's a phrase that captures intense emotions, whether they're negative or positive. It really shows how much something is affecting you.
All right, next phrase, make yourself at home. Max, this is one we use when we want people to feel comfortable, right?
Exactly. Make yourself at home is a polite and friendly way of saying, feel free to relax and treat this place like it's your own. It's used to make guests feel welcome.
So, if you invite someone over to your house, you might say, make yourself at home to let them know they can be comfortable and act as if they're in their own space.
Yeah, you could offer them a drink, tell them where the bathroom is, and then say, make yourself at home. It's a great way to show that you want them to feel relaxed and at ease.
It's also nice when you have guests over for a long period, so they don't feel like they're in a stranger's space. It's like giving them permission to be themselves.
Exactly. It's a welcoming, friendly expression that helps people feel more at ease when they're visiting. Next up, you bet. Mia, I know you use this one all the time.
Yep, you bet is a short, enthusiastic way to say, of course, or absolutely. It's a confident way to agree with someone or confirm something.
Exactly. If someone asks you if you'll help them out and you're totally on board, you can say, you bet. It shows that you're more than happy to do it.
It's a way to add extra enthusiasm to your answer. Like, if someone says, will you be there for the event? You can reply with, you bet, to show that you're excited and committed.
And it's casual, but also positive. You wouldn't use it in formal situations, but with friends, it's perfect.
Definitely. It's a way to sound confident and eager, like, yes, I'm all in. All right, let's move on to, don't push it. Max, you've used this when someone's trying to go too far.
Yep. Don't push it is a warning or a way to tell someone not to go too far or not to take things too far.
Exactly. If someone is asking for too much or testing your patience, you can say, don't push it, to let them know that they're crossing a line or asking too much.
For example, if someone is joking around too much and it's starting to get annoying, you can say, don't push it, to make sure they stop before things get uncomfortable.
It's a phrase that's often used when you're trying to set boundaries. You don't want to be too harsh, but you want them to know that they should stop pushing their luck.
Exactly. It's a subtle but clear way of saying, I'm done with this, don't go any further. Next up, I'm sick of it. Mia, this one's used when you've had enough of something, right?
Yep, I'm sick of it means that you're really tired of something, whether it's a person, situation, or activity. You've just had enough and you don't want to deal with it anymore.
Exactly. It's stronger than just saying, I'm tired of it. It's like saying you're frustrated or fed up with something that keeps happening.
So, if someone keeps asking you the same question, or if you're stuck in a situation that's annoying, you can say, I'm sick of it, to show that you're done with it.
Yeah, it's a more intense way to express your irritation. It shows that you're at your breaking point and can't take it anymore.
It's great for letting someone know you're no longer willing to tolerate something, but it can be a bit strong, so be careful when you use it. All right, next phrase, that's awesome. Max, this one's pretty common, right?
Definitely. That's awesome is a super enthusiastic way to say something is amazing, great, or really cool.
Exactly. If someone tells you about an exciting achievement or an incredible experience, you can say, that's awesome, to show your excitement and praise them.
It's a great expression of support and admiration. Like, if your friend just landed a new job or got into a program they were aiming for, you'd say, that's awesome.
And it's such a positive way to react. You can use it in so many situations where something good happens, whether it's a personal success or just something cool someone shares with you.
It's perfect for showing that you're genuinely happy or impressed with what someone's saying. It's an all-around positive phrase. All right, next up, it's about time. Mia, this is a phrase you use when something happens later than you expected, right?
Exactly. It's about time is used when you've been waiting for something to happen, and it finally does. It's kind of like saying it's finally happening after a long wait.
Yeah, like if someone is running late and they finally show up, you might say, it's about time, to express a bit of impatience or relief that it's finally happening.
It's usually said in a slightly sarcastic or frustrated tone. For example, if you've been waiting for someone to start a meeting for ages, you might say it to express how long you've been waiting.
It's a great way to let people know you were expecting something to happen sooner. But now that it's finally here, you're a bit relieved or surprised.
Definitely. It's a fun, slightly cheeky way to point out that something took a little too long to happen. Next up, I'm feeling kinda lazy today. Max, I know you've said this when you don't feel like doing much.
Yep, I'm feeling kinda lazy today is a casual way of saying you don't have much energy or motivation to do anything productive. It's like admitting that you're in the mood for relaxation.
Exactly. Sometimes we all need those days where we just want to chill, and saying this phrase shows that you're not feeling up to anything strenuous or demanding.
Yep, I'm feeling kinda lazy today is a casual way of saying you don't have much energy or motivation to do anything productive. It's like admitting that you're in the mood for relaxation.
And it's a pretty relatable phrase. Everyone has days where they just want to take a break, so when you say, I'm feeling kinda lazy today, it's like saying, I need a day off from everything.
Exactly. It's a way to give yourself a little grace and show that you're choosing to rest instead of being super productive. All right, let's move on to, you got this. Mia, this is such a supportive phrase.
Totally. You got this is something you say to someone to encourage them, letting them know that you believe in their abilities and that they can succeed.
Exactly. If someone's feeling nervous or unsure about something, like a big presentation or an important task, you can say, you got this, to help boost their confidence.
It's a great phrase to use when you want to cheer someone on. It's like telling them, you can do it, I believe in you.
And it's not just for big challenges. You can use it in everyday situations too, like when a friend is about to do something they're not sure about, like a test or an interview.
Yes. It's a perfect way to offer emotional support and show someone that they have what it takes to succeed. Next one, let's grab a bite. Max, I know you use this when you're thinking about food.
Yep. Let's grab a bite means, let's go get something to eat. It's a casual, informal way of suggesting that it's time for a meal or a snack.
Exactly. It's perfect when you're getting hungry and want to suggest going out or ordering something. It's not just for meals, it can also mean a quick snack.
So, if you and your friend are out and about and you both realize you're getting hungry, you can say, let's grab a bite. It's a simple and relaxed way to suggest food.
And it's often used in casual conversations. No need for anything fancy. It's just a way to say, let's eat.
Exactly. It's a phrase that makes eating sound fun and easy, without any pressure or formality. And last one for today. That's a good call. Mia, this is something you say when someone makes a smart decision.
Yep. That's a good call is a way to compliment someone on their decision, showing that you think it was a wise or smart choice.
Exactly. If someone suggests a good idea or makes a decision that turns out to be effective, you can say, that's a good call, to acknowledge that they made a great choice.
It's often used when someone picks a good option or suggests something that turns out well. Like, if you're deciding where to go for lunch and the suggestion is perfect, you could say, that's a good call.
It's a phrase that can also be used to give someone credit for being smart or having a good sense of judgment. So, if they avoid a bad situation, you'd say, that's a good call.
Exactly. It's a way to let them know you respect their decision-making skills.
And that's it. We've just finished going through 50 of the most common phrases native English speakers use every day.
We hope you learned something new and that you're already starting to use some of them in your own conversations.
Thanks so much for joining us.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone who's learning English too.
We'll be back soon with more fun, useful, and real English content just for you.
See you!
See you next time.